From the John F. Kennedy Center for the Performing Arts in Washington, D.C., our National Cultural Center. The Kennedy Center Honors recognizes the lifetime achievements of 5 treasured performers.
You want to become a dancer? You're going to have to work.
Acclaimed producer, director, writer, actor, and 3-time Emmy-winning choreographer who inspires young people around the world through dance, Debbie Allen.
The Kennedy Center is our national performing arts center that represents America to the world. I just didn't expect to ever receive this honor.
The folk icon who married music with social and political consciousness.
When you go into jail as a pacifist, you come out a stronger pacifist.
Singer, songwriter, activist, and lifetime Grammy winner, Joan Baez.
There are awards and then there are awards. And this is about culture and about activism and about music all together, then yeah, that's a big deal.
A beloved star of stage, screen, and television.
It's time!
Tony, Grammy, and 5-time Emmy winner, Dick Van Dyke.
The Kennedy Center, that's stardust. That's so far out beyond my imagination. I'm in rare company.
Visionary artist, activist, and educator whose groundbreaking work makes her one of the most outstanding violinists of our time, Midori.
I think this great honor comes with much appreciation. It's also an encouragement, I feel, to be able to do more, to continue to do more.
The top-selling solo artist in U.S. history, Grammy, and 46-time ACM-winning country music superstar, Garth Brooks.
The Kennedy Center Honors. How can it get better than that? These are some amazing performers, and to think this is one of 43 years, that's a pretty hellacious list to belong to.
And now, here's your host, Kennedy Center honoree, Gloria Estefan.
Welcome to the 43rd Kennedy Center Honors, celebrating the lifetime artistic achievements of our 5 distinguished honorees. Each of them has dedicated their professional life to the unique exchange between a performer and an audience. And speaking of audiences, as you can see, we're not coming to you from our usual location inside the Opera House. Instead, our emotional tributes and thrilling performances are taking place all around the beautiful campus of this, the busiest performing arts center in the nation. Over the past few days and nights, we've held intimate, socially distant events, from the medallion presentation ceremony and performances with the National Symphony Orchestra to an exciting outdoor concert. This is your ticket to those exclusive events and to performances that we've taped in and around this living memorial to President John F. Kennedy in places you don't normally get to see on the telecast. The Kennedy Center reflects the cultural diversity of the United States and is dedicated to providing world-class art, powerful education, and outstanding experiences to all audiences. The Kennedy Center Honors recognizes performing artists whose contributions to the human spirit represent a devotion to that same mission. So now, we'll begin our tribute to our first honoree. To salute her friend Debbie Allen, here's Grammy and 2-time Emmy Award winner, Paula Abdul.
I don't think there is a thing in this world that Debbie Allen cannot achieve. In my mind, Debbie Allen invented fierce. She was fierce before fierce was even a thing. As Lydia Grant in Fame, she said, "The better you are, the more sweat I'm going to demand. So if you never had a fight for anything in your life, put your gloves on and get ready for round 1. In a few words, she gives us a masterclass in a mic drop moment. That's Debbie, a quintessential leading lady. I'm most proud to call her one of my biggest mentors and friend. Debbie broke ground with her Best Actress Tony Award nomination for the Broadway revival of Sweet Charity. So we begin our tribute with two of the hit songs from that musical, performed by Tony Award nominee Ariana DeBose, our incredible company of dancers, and with a tribute to her mom, Debbie's daughter, Vivian Nixon.
Somebody loves me. My heart is beating so fast. All kinds of music is pouring out of me. Somebody loves me at Somebody loves me at last. There's gotta be something better than this. There's gotta be something better to do. And when I find me something better to do, I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna get out, I'm gonna get up and get out and do it. And when I find me some kind of life I can live, I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna get out. I'm gonna get up and get out. And live it!
Very nice. Not too bad, everybody.
Next, fantastic singing and phenomenal dancing when our tribute to Debbie Allen continues. And later, Kelly Clarkson, Bradley Cooper, James Taylor, Tracy Ellis Ross, Phoebe Bridgers, Gladys Knight, Bryan Cranston, Bette Midler, Derek Huff, Vanessa Hudgens, Lin-Manuel Miranda, and more on the 43rd Kennedy Center Honors. This is CBS. The Kennedy Center Honors, sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Save when you bundle auto, home, or motorcycle insurance.
Welcome back to the Kennedy Center Honors. Let's continue our tribute to Debbie Allen with someone who was there at the very beginning. Her sister, Tony Award winner and 5-time Emmy nominee, Phylicia Rashad.
I've known Debbie Allen all her life, and she is, as she has always been, full of love and joy. She's a dreamer who makes her dreams come true through determination and great work. No mountain is too high to climb, no pebble too small to pay attention to. This is how her incredible journey began.
Dancing Debbie, that's what they called me. I was born into a family that supported me becoming all that I am. The Houston Ballet Foundation was totally segregated. When Mom tried to get me in when I was 8, it was not possible. So I had to work really hard. With all the creativity and inspiration, there were so many brick walls, but we prevailed, and finally, I was accepted. My mom always helped me keep my heart in the right place. My first big break was dancing in front of the band, Thanksgiving, Jack Yates Senior High. I was really just following the path of my sister, Phylicia. If you could twirl that baton and not drop it, I mean, I was ready for the Oscars after. I had grown up steeped in the arts, but landing at Howard University, which became my cultural oasis that really helped birth the Debbie Allen that the world loves.
1 and 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Fame was a gift. Fame was where I became the quintessential choreographer.
I think we have time to do it one more time. It's the process.
And became a director, then got offers to direct all kinds of things. I finally got Grey's Anatomy.
Today, I'm going to change a life.
I'm the executive producing director there, and I'm working with the best actors. When I went there, it was a joyous experience. I love everything that I do, but dance has always been my heartbeat. Dance has informed my ability as a director. But I think maybe the greatest thing that I've done, and I've done a lot of wonderful things, but I think it's the young people that I've touched and given them a path to follow as an artist, as a woman, as a human being.
Here's Tracy Ellis Ross.
Debbie Allen is the embodiment of freedom. She has channeled her unbridled joy and uncompromising quest for excellence into a career that has crossed barriers and changed our world. We all owe Debbie Allen a debt of gratitude. She has torn down barriers and has allowed the language of dance to function as a catalyst for change. I first worked with Debbie when she directed episodes of Girlfriends. Her boundless energy, infinite creativity, and warmth was nothing short of inspiring. Ms. Allen is committed to bringing everyone along on the journey of self-expression. And now performing the Oscar-nominated song Out Here on My Own. From Fame, here are Tony Award winner Anika Noni Rose with dancers Tyler Peck and Desmond Richardson.
Sometimes I wonder where I've been, who I am, do I fit in? Make believing is hard alone out here on my own. But when I'm down and feeling blue, I close my eyes so I can be with you. Oh, baby, be strong for me. Baby, belong to me. Help me through, help me need you. Sometimes I wonder where I've been, who I am, do I fit in? I may not win, but I can't be thrown out here on my own. Out here on my
And now, here's Shonda Rhimes.
Debbie Allen can do and has done anything that can be done. From the very first time I saw her, she was an inspiration and a symbol of power. She was one of those pivotal forces in the world who made me feel like I could be whoever I wanted to be. Working with her as a director, a producer, a philanthropist, and as a friend has changed my life and the lives of so many others. From her programs at the Debbie Allen Dance Academy to the directors she hires on Grey's Anatomy, Debbie's mission is to create opportunity for talented people who might otherwise have never been given a chance. Because Debbie's world includes all of us. For that, and for the joy she has brought to millions, I am deeply proud to know her. Here's more of Debbie Allen's work, in front of and behind the camera.
1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, 6, 7 shots there.
You want to become a dancer? You're going to have to work.
Nan, you can't leave.
You left me a long time ago.
What's the matter with you?
Why do I have to get approval from that fat-ass manager of yours every time I want to buy anything?
I was always walking in your footprints, always wearing your hand-me-downs, always your things. And it's still like that.
I loved how you just couldn't manage saying, Hondo, do it. It just was, Hondo it.
Hey! Whoa, this thing comes all the way off. This is not Broadway. You've got to step down off of that stage and kick more change back into reality.
dreams. You want fame. Well, fame costs. And right here is where you start paying in sweat.
Where are you trying to go in life?
If you need to say something, say it. Quicker. I can't do it alone, so who wants to step into the future with me?
Performing the Academy Award-winning title Song from Fame with the entire company, here's musical star Vanessa Hudgens.
Baby, look at me and tell me what you see. You ain't seen the best of me yet. Give me time, I'll make you forget the rest. I've got more in me, and you can't set it free. I can catch the moon in my hand. Don't you know who I am? Remember my name. I'm gonna live forever. I'm gonna learn how to fly. I feel it coming together. People will see me cry. I'm gonna make it to heaven. Light up the sky like a flame. I'm gonna live forever. Baby, remember my name. I'm gonna live forever. I'm gonna learn how to fly. I feel it coming together. People will see me cry. I'm gonna make it to heaven. Light up the sky like a flame. I'm gonna live forever. Baby, remember my Remember my name.
And clear. Very nice.
Our musical tribute to Joan Baez is next. Plus, Kelly Clarkson, Bradley Cooper, Yo-Yo Ma, Julie Andrews, Jimmy Allen, John Travolta, James Taylor, and Jason Aldean. The Kennedy Center Honors. The Kennedy Center Honors will continue here. This is CBS.
Welcome back to the grand foyer of the Kennedy Center, site of performances of all types of music, from classical and Latin to hip hop and folk, which brings us to our next honoree, Joan Baez. It's my pleasure to introduce her good friend, 7-time Grammy nominee and Rock and Roll Hall of Famer, Jackson Browne.
In the 1960s, there was an inseparable link between the changes that were happening across the country and the folk music that was being rediscovered by a new generation. Of the many great artists who performed these songs, the one who suddenly came to national prominence was Joan Baez. In fact, the first record I ever bought with my own money was Joan's second album. To me, this was completely new music that had a galvanizing effect. My friends and I joined hands, demonstrated, and sang songs of protest. To track Joan's involvement in human rights and social justice is to chart the evolution of our own moral awakening. Her example has been, from the beginning, one of empowerment.
Maybe someday all our trials will be over.
Music alone is not enough for me. I never thought about combining music and politics. It just came so naturally to me.
There's no need for anger, there's no need
For over 6 decades, Joan Baez has raised our collective consciousness. She's protested violence with peace and shined her light on civil rights, gay rights, human rights.
Dr. King was one of the figures who fed what I believed in.
Free at last! Free at last!
And continued giving me that strength and the energy and the nerve.
She united us in song and gave us the soundtrack to a soaring rhetoric.
My mom was a natural pacifist, and I was the same way. From a very, very early age, kind of put it together in my head about human suffering. You know, I didn't want to get hurt. Why would anybody else want to get hurt?
Joan put purpose to music and exposed us to people and places that deserved our attention.
Miss Joan Baez, come on.
They say everything can be replaced.
In the day, we had a platform for those songs. They were underground, we were counterculture, and then all of a sudden, we were culture. The nonviolent community and the anti-war communities planned a couple of mornings of aiding and abetting the draft resistance. So I was arrested. My mom was with me. After a month, they threw Mom and me out. We figured we were the troublemakers.
When you go into jail as a pacifist, you come out a stronger pacifist.
Joan Baez has been the conscience and the voice of generations.
Good morning, children of the 80s. This is your Woodstock, and it's long overdue.
She has taken her message of peace and love from Hanoi to Sarajevo and many points in between.
When I travel, it's me trying to offer my gift, which is my voice.
And today, she's made the journey back home, making resonant music with her family.
Now I am sharing a legacy with my son and granddaughter. We're musicians together, and pals together, and family together.
Joan, your legacy will live forever. And with you deep in our hearts, we do believe we shall overcome someday.
And now, here's Phoebe Bridgers.
Joan Baez is nothing less than a warrior. When she joined the folk movement, Joan gave voice to the originators of those songs. They were the disenfranchised workers, immigrants, slaves, indigenous people who built this country and whose music reflect their outlook on life. Their universal stories spoke to and for everyone who had been marginalized by society. She also gave us peaceful anthems of hope, philosophical declarations of faith, and her personal recollections of bittersweet memories. One of those songs Joan recorded for her first album is a traditional folktale of heartbreak avoided. Now, outside to perform that classic, Silver Dagger, here's Grammy winner Rhiannon Giddens, joined by Joan's frequent collaborator, Dirk Powell.
Don't sing love songs, you wake my mother. She's sleeping here, right by my side. And in her right hand, a silver dagger. She says that I can't be your bride. I'm in a fall, says my mother. They'll tell you wicked, tender lies. The very next evening, they'll court another. Leave you alone to pine and sigh. Go court another tender maiden and hope that she will be your wife. For I've been warned and I've decided to sleep alone all of my life.
Here's Tom Morello.
Joan Baez is more than an international folk singer. She's an international folk hero. Throughout her career, through decades of music, she has been a tireless and uncompromising advocate for human rights and social justice. I've had the honor of sharing the stage with her several times, and whether singing her own songs or creating timeless classics interpreting others' music, through her gorgeous voice, she has always been unapologetic in the pursuit of truth, beauty, and righteousness. Her cover of House of the Rising Sun off her debut album was a signal flare, letting the world know that a truly important artist had arrived. And now, to perform that classic hit with the National Symphony Orchestra, here's Grammy winner Sturgill Simpson.
There is a house in New Orleans they call Rising Sun. And it's been the room of many old girls and me, oh God, I want. But listen, what my mother said, I'd been home today. But I was young and foolish, oh Lord, little ram that lead me straight. Oh, tell my baby sister not to do what I had done. Oh, my son, that house down in New Orleans that they call Rising Sun. So I'm going back down to New Orleans. But my race is nearly run. I'm going back, oh, to spend my life down beneath that old rising sun. There is a house in New Orleans what they call the Rising Sun. But it's been a road for many poor girls and me, oh God, I'm one.
Now, let's go back outside for a medley of Joan's most iconic songs. Here are Grammy winners Emmylou Harris and Mary Chapin Carpenter.
I'll be dead. Here comes your ghost again. But that's not unusual. It's just that the moon is full and you happen to call. 10 years ago, I bought you some cufflinks. You brought me something. We both know what memories can bring. They bring diamonds and rust. Now I see you standing with brown leaves falling all around and snow in your hair. Now you're smiling out that window of that crummy hotel over Washington Square. Our breath comes out, white clouds mingles and hangs in the air. Speaking strictly for me, we both could have died then and there. I believe in prophecy. Some folks see things not everybody can see. Once in a while they pass the secret along to you and me. And I believe in miracles. Something sacred burning in every bush and tree. We can all learn to sing the songs the angels sing. And I believe in God, and God ain't me. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe that we shall overcome someday. We are not afraid. We are not afraid. We are not afraid today. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe that we shall overcome
Next, award-winning stars of TV, movies, and Broadway pay tribute to the legendary Dick Van Dyke on the Kennedy Center Honors.
The Hall of Nations currently displays the unprecedented art exhibition, Vital Voices, 100 Women Using Their Power to Empower, illustrating some of the most daring and creative leaders of our time. Another creative woman joins us now to pay tribute to Dick Van Dyke. Here's Academy Award winner and Kennedy Center honoree, Julie Andrews.
My friend Dick Van Dyke and I have been friends for more than half a century. We first met when Walt Disney put us together in Mary Poppins, the story of a magical nanny, although in truth I think that Dick is as magical as she is. Like his character Bert in that movie, Dick seems to have found the secret to happiness. And like Bert, Dick is many things. He's an artist, a one-man band, a profound philosopher, a high-stepping showman, and spreader of charm. And there's a secret: good luck does rub off when he shakes hands with you. Here's a look at this man who is endlessly kind, wildly imaginative, insanely talented, and hilariously funny, as told by his friend Steve Martin.
He's been called an icon of delight, a tireless ray of sunshine, the most beloved performer on earth. And that's by his critics. I first encountered Dick Van Dyke in 1963 when he walked into Merlin's Magic Shop at Disneyland, where I worked. I remember thinking to myself, Steve, this has to be the luckiest day of Dick's life. Every aspiring comic on Earth worshipped at the altar of Dick Van Dyke. Audiences hadn't seen physicality like his since the genius of Stan Laurel. A shy but funny kid from Illinois, Dick's foray into musical theater was a little show called Bye Bye Birdie.
I think I was a little stiff in the first few weeks of Bye Bye Birdie. I almost got fired.
But Broadway director Gower Champion doubled down on Dick Van Dyke by giving him a song originally written for Cheetah Rivera.
Gray skies are gonna clear up, put on a happy face.
That song took Dick Van Dyke to a Tony Award and launched him to musical comedy stardom. In 1961, Dick took a week off from Bye Bye Birdie to shoot a television pilot.
The Dick Van Dyke Show.
That was by far the most fun we ever had. Everybody got a chance to show themselves off.
With Carl Reiner at the helm of an astounding ensemble cast, the series reinvented the American sitcom and made Dick Van Dyke a household name.
What on earth has gotten into you?
A rhythmic impulse has gotten into me.
He even caught the attention of my old boss at the magic shop. In Bert the Chimney Sweep, the world would see the depth of Dick's musical talent and impeccable timing. Dick went on to take even more iconic turns, dramatic and comedic, on the big screen and small, and some with his family at his side. Dick, in your remarkable 75-year career, you haven't put a foot wrong or lost a single step.
Oh, magic spirit! Oh.
And if that's not magic, I don't know what is.
And every day is supercalifragilisticexpialidocious with you, Dick. Or you could say that backwards. It's docious-ali-expiastic-fragicalirupus. It doesn't really matter, does it? Anyway, congratulations on this most deserved Kennedy Center honor. And to begin your celebration, here's two-time Tony Award nominee Laura Osnes.
Ain't it a glorious day, right as the morning in May? I feel like I could fly. Have you ever seen the grass so green, or a bluer sky? Oh, it's a jolly holiday with you, Bert. Gentlemen like you are few. Though you're just a diamond in the rough, Bert, underneath your blood is blue. You'd never think of pressing your advantage. Forbearance is the hallmark of your creed. A lady needn't fear when you are near. Your sweet gentility is crystal clear. Oh, it's a jolly holiday with you, Bert. A jolly, jolly holiday with you.
Here's Bryan Cranston.
Dick Van Dyke was my boyhood idol and an inspiration to becoming an actor. Like everyone, I'd grown up watching his comic genius on full display, building hilarious moments like a master carpenter. But what some people don't know is how gifted he is at drama. Watching him slice a character to its core in films like The Comic and The Runner Stumbles was like watching an expert surgeon. But beyond talent is Dick's affability and grace and kindness and respect for his colleagues. I experienced this firsthand when I got a chance to work with him twice, where he sets the tone, keeping the mood loose and fun, but always professional. So, master comic or expert dramatist, here is a small sampling of the 70-year career of the amazing Dick Van Dyke.
Comedy is changing.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's showtime right now.
The Dick Van Dyke Show. Starring Dick Van Dyke.
It's time.
I'm Robert, and she's and we have a. 2, 3, 4. Like it so much, I'll doodle some more.
Is this the underwear of a criminal? Cast off.
I want you to know something. I love you.
Yeah, well, we'll put an end to that.
It was interesting to note that although they do still laugh at slapstick, most people...
I'm Smiley Rogers, your global encyclopedia salesman. I'm here to enrich your life.
I don't want my life! Marion, your show's been canceled.
Hello, hello, we want you all to know we couldn't wait to get here just to say hello.
Oh, it's a jolly holiday with Mary. Mary makes your heart so light.
Why look so awfully tragic? Put on a happy face.
Oh, you pretty chitty bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang, we love you.
You
What
just
you think about what I
Would you
think?
just hold it
Just
there?
once?
Just be...
Who are you to be giving orders from my hospital?
Martin Rutgers, National Security Agency.
Chief, I am a candidate for mayor.
I'm not an alcoholic, friend. Come on.
Are you sick or something?
Oh, my, I should say so. I have one of the most advanced cases of old age in the history of medical science.
Sundown to sunrise, you felt young again.
May be circling the drain, but I got a few steps left in me.
And now, here's Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Spend 5 minutes with Dick Van Dyke and you're more alive than you were before. He's the kind of performing legend you just hope to meet one day and say, thank you for showing us how it ought to be done. Getting the chance to actually work with Dick on Mary Poppins Returns was a lifelong dream come true. When I met him, we immediately bonded over our shared history with the musical Bye Bye Birdie. He, of course, for winning a Tony as Albert and then going on to give an iconic performance in the 1963 film, and me for playing Conrad Birdie in my 6th grade stage production, My Grandmother Made My Gold Lame Jacket. Basically the same experience. Dick, from all your friends on Broadway and from your fans all around the world, thank you and congratulations on your Kennedy Center honor. Now, to kick off this tribute to some of your best-loved performances, here are Derek Hough and Laura Osnes.
Gray skies are gonna clear up, put on a happy face. Brush off the clouds and cheer up, put on a happy face. Take off that gloomy mask of tragedy, it's not your style. You look so good that you'll be glad you decided to smile. Pick out a pleasant outlook, stick out that noble chin. Wipe off that full of doubt look, slap on a happy grin. And spread sunshine all over the place. Just put on a happy face. Put on a happy face. Put on a happy face. And spread sunshine all over the place. Put on a happy face.
And now, here's Cheetah Rivera.
When Dick performed Put on a Happy Face, Bye Bye Birdie soared. The very first audience reaction let us know we had a hit on our hands. But I already knew I'd struck gold with Dick because we bonded on day one. The man is pure joy. Once we got each other laughing, we just couldn't stop. In fact, our hysterics even got us kicked out of rehearsals. But we were turning the entire company into a family. And when you have a great family, you have a great show. Dick and I have been like family ever since, and I'm thrilled that he is receiving this honor. In addition to laughter, Dick has always had a passion for a cappella voices. And so, Dick, with a tribute to one of your most treasured movie songs, here are Grammy winners, Pentatonix and Tony Award nominee Aaron Tveit.
Chitty bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang, chitty bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang. Oh, you pretty chitty bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang. We love you. And in chitty chitty bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang. What we'll do, near, far, in a motor car. Oh, what a happy time we'll spend. Bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang. Our fine four-fender friend. Bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang. Our fine four-fender friend. Chitty bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang, chitty bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang, chitty bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang. Oh, you pretty chitty bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang. We love you. And in chitty chitty bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang. What we'll do, near, far, in a motor car. Oh, what a happy time we'll spend. Bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang. Our fine four-fender friend. Bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang. Our fine four-fender friend. You're sleek as a thoroughbred. Your seats are a feather bed. You'll turn everybody's head today. We'll glide on our motor trip. We'll ride in our ownership. The envy of all we survey. Oh, chitty you, chitty pretty, chitty bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang. We love you. And chitty in, chitty 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 bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang. What we'll do, near, chitty, far, chitty in a motor car. Oh, what a happy time we'll spend. Bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang. Our fine four-fender friend. Bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang. Our fine four-fender friend. Fine four-fender, chitty chitty friend.
Dick, here's a salute to that ever-present spring in your step, and a nod to Bert the chimney sweep. Our entire company performing Step in Time.
Step in time. Step in time. Step in time. Step in time. Kick your knees up, step in time. Kick your knees up, step in time. Never need a reason, never need a rhyme. Kick your knees up, step in time. Step in time, step in time, step in time, step in time. Never need a reason, never need a rhyme. Step in time, you step in time. Link your elbows. Link your elbows, step in time. Link your elbows, step in time. Never need a reason, never need a rhyme. Link your elbows, step in time. Step in time, step in time, step in time, step in time. Never need a reason, never need a rhyme. Step in time, you step in time. Ba, 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 ba.
Claire.
Our tribute to Midori is next. And later, a musical celebration for Garth Brooks, the 43rd Kennedy Center Honors. The Kennedy Center Honors will continue here. This is CBS.
The Reach at the Kennedy Center is a transformative public space open to all. Building connections between art and the human experience is one of the missions of both The Reach and our next honoree. We begin our tribute to Midori with the Grammy-winning conductor of the Los Angeles Philharmonic, Maestro Gustavo Dudamel.
From time to time, humanity is graced with the presence of an artist who combines the breadth of an extraordinary creative ability, the depth of a profoundly miraculous soul, and the warmth of an open, caring heart. Someone with this boundless social vision that reaches over mountains to touch the life of everyone around them. Such an artist is Midori, who we honor tonight. We honor her not just for her transcendent music making, but also for her tireless commitment to social engagement, a commitment that reminds us of how we can work together as a society in service of the greater good. Midori, you have won our hearts, stimulated our minds, and touched our souls.
The world has never seen the likes of Midori, the peerless virtuoso who seems to serve as a messenger for composers 300 years before her time. When violinist Pinchas Zuckerman first heard her play, he wept. And Isaac Stern declared her the greatest prodigy he'd ever heard. Midori gave her first public performance at the age of 6 in her native Japan and made her American debut just 5 years later. Her violinist mother gently taught and supported her, even making her dresses. Midori would grow into her prodigious gifts, but she had already mastered composure. While performing Leonard Bernstein's Serenade after Plato's Symposium at Tanglewood with Bernstein conducting, her E string broke not once, but twice. To the astonishment of the audience, she quite literally didn't miss a beat.
You got an 18th birthday coming up?
Yes.
Big celebration planned?
Well, I'll be playing at Carnegie Hall. That's my debut at Carnegie Hall, so I'm very excited.
Well, that's marvelous.
When I think about the different things that are in the music, it's my subjective perspective. But performers are the messengers of what the composers have written.
Midori is the rarest of artists who stirs our souls with her music and changes our lives with her deeds.
The first piece is by a very, very famous composer named Mozart.
I was appointed as a messenger of peace for the United Nations. And being able to share our musical traditions in refugee camps or in remote villages, this is something that I think of as a great privilege. Music has so many wonderful possibilities for so many people, not just for those that play, but for those that listen.
Here's John Lithgow.
Let me tell you something you may not know about Midori. Her passion for her art is rivaled only by her commitment to improve lives across the globe. Among the several nonprofit organizations she founded and manages, Music Sharing brings both Western classical and Japanese music traditions to young people in schools, institutions, and hospitals in her native Japan. Backed by the highest honor bestowed on a citizen by the UN Secretary General, Midori works to raise awareness of United Nations efforts worldwide. Midori, with a tribute to your humanitarianism, it is my pleasure to introduce your friend, and in fact my good friend, fellow UN Messenger of Peace and Kennedy Center honoree, Yo-Yo Ma.
Kennedy Center Concert Hall is home to the National Symphony Orchestra under the direction of our conductor tonight, Maestro Thomas Wilkins. And now, to continue our tribute to Midori, here's her friend, Tony and Emmy winner, and two-time Oscar nominee, Bette Midler.
Although the lovely Midori appears dainty and small, make no mistake, she is a giant and a powerhouse. In the pantheon of musical legends, she stands shoulder to shoulder, chin rest to chin rest, with the greatest violinists of all time, Enescu, Heifetz, Menuhin, Mutter, Mullova, and Perlman, and I'm someone who knows a thing or two about fiddlers on roofs and off. Many years ago, I played a small part with Midori in the very successful music education foundation she began when she was only 21, called Midori and Friends. Even at that age, this extraordinary artist saw the need to bring music into young lives in underserved communities in New York City. And since then, Midori and Friends has inspired nearly 500,000 students to become lifelong music lovers. And now I am so very pleased to introduce this special tribute to my friend Midori, performing with the National Symphony Orchestra. Here are violin virtuosos Gil Shaham and Adele Anthony.
Midori's musical identity is rooted in the music of Johann Sebastian Bach.
We would like to play for our friend Midori an excerpt from Bach's Concerto for Two Violins.
Much love to you, Midori.
To perform the third movement of Bernstein's Serenade After Plato's Symposium, please welcome virtuoso Hilary Hahn.
Next, our celebration of the arts continues with a special performance from rising stars of music and dance. And later, legendary icons pay tribute to Garth Brooks. The Kennedy Center Honors.
Now, please welcome the chairman of the Kennedy Center, David Rubenstein.
The Kennedy Center exists as a performing arts center as well as a living memorial to the legacy of President John F. Kennedy. Under federal law, we are a platform to encourage and foster both artistic excellence and education across the country. An important part of our mission is creating a moment for America to unite and celebrate the pinnacle of artistic achievement through our annual honors celebration. Of course, much has changed since our 42nd honors in December of 2019. Performing arts centers shut down, leaving artists without traditional places to perform or create, and patrons with no doors to open to see a show or listen to music. Tonight represents change and hope for the future and symbolizes the resilience of the arts and our country. Tonight also marks a path toward reopening the Kennedy Center and performing arts centers nationwide. I am grateful to our longtime broadcast partner, CBS, for its dedication to this year's honors, and to you for your support of and belief in the importance of performing arts to our national spirit and culture. At the Kennedy Center, we work every day to fulfill our leadership role in national performing arts education policy and programs for young people, families, adults, and educators, not just here in our nation's capital, but across America.
The arts were what got me through life. Anything that can be done to enhance kids' lives with art, music, and dance is on the right track.
Sounds shimmer, a little bit more speedy.
As a teacher, I think it is the greatest kind of honor to be able to participate in the development of another person. I started Midori and Friends to bring musical opportunities and music education to kids in underserved communities in New York City.
There are schools that have dropped their music programs and their dramatic programs because of cost. We need art, music. I think it gives us the deepest understanding of ourselves.
Things like art programs kept me in school long enough for me to mature enough to go, oh, I need an education. That was the joy of going to school, was you had these other programs.
I created Dada because young people are our future, our hope, and we have to let them dream.
Well, what makes you think you couldn't do that?
I always let them know that they can do it. They must be able to make the world feel, and that's the heartbeat of the Kennedy Center.
Arts education is a passion shared by all of this year's honorees. Of the many charitable foundations Midori has established is her Orchestra Residencies program, which keeps young musicians engaged, excited, and motivated during these unusual times. Likewise, the nonprofit Debbie Allen Dance Academy offers a comprehensive dance curriculum for students ranging in age from 4 to 18, regardless of their financial status. And so, with a tribute to their commitment to enriching young lives through music and dance, Midori and Debbie's students are joined by rising star violinist Randall Gooseby and ballet and contemporary dancer Kylie Jefferson.
Coming up, we kick off our spectacular tribute to Garth Brooks, the Kennedy Center Honors. The Kennedy Center Honors will continue here. This is CBS.
Blue is a remarkable sculpture symbolizing action, risk, performance, and energy. Those are also words that perfectly describe our final honoree, Garth Brooks. His tribute begins with a 2-time Grammy winner, Tony Award, and 8-time Academy Award nominee, Bradley Cooper.
There's country music, rock, gospel, honky-tonk, and then there's Garth Brooks. Garth is a power hitter who swung for the fences and shattered the barriers between musical genres, forever expanding the vocabulary of country music and changing American culture. With his sensitive storytelling, he inspired dreamers to follow the river and dare to dance the tide. Never one to sit back and play it safe. He sang his truth, celebrating the lives of people who, like John F. Kennedy, paid the ultimate sacrifice for the dream they believed in. And with his explosive showmanship, he electrified packed arenas and roped the wind. And through it all, he's remained the humblest man you'll ever meet. Garth, congratulations on your Kennedy Center honor. Now, here's more about the unprecedented career of Garth Brooks, as told by his friend, Wayne Gretzky.
To see my friend Garth Brooks in concert is to witness a cosmic blast in cowboy boots. It's to hear the ear-splitting roar of 80,000 strong, having the time of their lives. And it's to understand with crystal clarity how a kid from Oklahoma came to transcend musical and social boundaries and become the best-selling U.S. solo artist of all time.
Looking back,
Garth was the baby of 6 kids, to a taskmaster father and country singer mother. When his mom traded music for motherhood, he picked up her dream and carried it to Nashville. Garth's versatile voice got him a gig singing demos alongside another young hopeful named Trisha Yearwood. With hardcore determination and a little bit of luck, Garth landed himself a record deal and never looked back.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Garth Brooks. Is anybody out there as scared as I am? By any chance, it would help a lot. If tomorrow never comes.
Garth went from playing clubs to headlining arenas in 1 year, connecting with euphoric audiences who felt like every song was written for them.
The entertainer of the year is Garth Brooks. Garth Brooks. Garth Brooks. Garth Brooks. Artist of the decade, Garth Brooks.
And when he reached the mountaintop, Garth walked away from his career to raise his kids in Oklahoma.
I don't know how else to say it. I'm here to announce my retirement. It's a thing that I feel what I'm trading it for is more important at this point in my life.
After devoting more than a decade to family life, Garth went back on tour with spirited encouragement from his biggest fan, and the rest of his fans, they hadn't gone anywhere.
Showtime! I got friends in old places where the whiskey drowns and
Garth, in the 20-plus years I've known you, I've watched you give everything you've got to everyone around you. And that gets you friends in low places, in high places, all places.
Here's Jason Aldean.
I'm gonna let you in on something. I once told Garth Brooks, when I was a kid, I had his poster on my wall. True story. Back then, he was the guy, and he still is. He knocked down a lot of doors for the artists who followed him, especially performers like me, who aren't what you would call traditional. Garth not only made it okay to mix country music with rock and roll, but he made it cool. It's been an honor for me to walk through those doors, a dream come true to perform with Garth, and a mind-blowing experience to call him my friend. Now to perform one of Garth's hits, actually one of the greatest songs in country music. Here's Grammy and ACM Award winner, my good friend, Kelly Clarkson.
the dance we shared 'neath the stars above. For a moment, all the world was right. How could I have known that you'd ever say goodbye? And now I'm glad I didn't know the way it all would end, the way it all would go. Our lives are better left to chance. I could have missed the pain, but I'd have had to miss the dance. Holding you, I held everything for a moment. Wasn't I the king? If I'd only known how the king would fall. Hey, who's to say I might have changed it all? And now I'm glad I didn't know the way it all would end, the way it all would go. Our lives are better left to chance. I could have missed the pain, but I'd have had to miss. Our lives are better left to chance. I could have missed the pain, but I'd have had to miss the dance.
Congratulations, Garth. I love you.
Our tribute to Garth Brooks continues with more unforgettable performances next on the Kennedy Center Honors.
Welcome back to our celebration at the Kennedy Center for the Performing Arts. Now, to continue our tribute to Garth Brooks, here's Emmy winner and two-time Academy Award nominee, John Travolta.
Thanks to my movie Urban Cowboy, I've gotten a lot of credit for popularizing Western shirts and cowboy hats. But the real credit for bringing country music style to the public and style to country music goes to my very dear friend, Garth Brooks. In fact, Garth is more than just a friend. He's a part of my family. He's been there for me during difficult times, always with a strong shoulder, a sympathetic ear, and a word of wisdom to help me get through. Likewise, his songs give us a safe space during moments of struggle, reminding us to tell our loved ones how we feel while they're here, to embrace our differences, or just dream. Now, to sing One for the Dreamers, as the artist whose music inspired Garth to pick up his guitar and write it, performing The River with the National Symphony Orchestra, here's my dear friend, James Taylor.
Well, a dream is like a river, ever changing as it flows. And a dreamer is just a vessel that must follow where it goes. Trying to learn from what's behind you, never knowing what's in store. Makes each day a constant battle just to stay between the shore. Too many times we stand aside, watch the water slip away, till what we put off until tomorrow has become yesterday. So don't you sit upon that shoreline and say you're satisfied. You must use the chance the rapids dare to dance the tide. Yes, I will sail my vessel till the river runs dry. Like a bird upon the wind, these waters are my sky. I'll never reach my destination if I never rise. I will sail my vessel till the river runs dry. Yeah, there's bound to be rough waters, and I know I'll take some falls, but with the good Lord as my captain, I can make it through it all. I'll sail my vessel till the river runs dry. Like a bird on the wind, these waters are my sky. I'll never reach my destination if I never try. I will sail my vessel till the river runs dry. Till the river runs dry. Till the river runs dry.
And now let's head back outside for more of Garth's most beloved hits. Here's Academy of Country Music Award winner, Jimmy Allen.
In the morning, and I'm so excited. The city's looking like a ghost town on a moonlit summer night. Raindrops on the windshield, there's a storm moving in. He's headed back from somewhere that he never should be. In the thunder road, in the thunder road. Every light is burning in a house across town. She's pacing by the telephone in a faded flannel gown, asking for a miracle and hoping she ain't right now. I'm praying it's the weather that's kept them out all night in the thunder road. In the thunder road. The thunder rolls and the lightning strikes. The love grows cold on a sleepless night. As the storm blows on out of control, deep in her heart, the thunder rolls. Blame it on my roots. I showed up in boots and ruined your black tie fade. The last one to know was the last one to show. I was the last one you thought you'd see there. And I saw the surprise and the fear in his eyes when I took his glass of champagne. I toasted you, said, honey, we may be through, but you'll never hear me complain. 'Cause I got friends in low places where the whiskey drowns and the beer chases my blues away. Yeah. And I'm okay. Well, I'm not big on social gracious thing. I slip on down to the oasis, so I got friends, yeah, in low places. Come on, y'all, help me sing this song. 'Cause I got in low places where the whiskey drowns and the blue chases my blues away. Yeah. And I'll be okay. No, I'm not big on social graces. Think I'll slip on down to the oasis. So I got friends, yeah, in low places, yeah. 'Cause I got friends in low places. Mr. Brooks, thank you so much. Love you. Thank you for everything you've done, man.
Our tribute to Garth Brooks concludes with a thrilling performance next. The Kennedy Center Honors.
Welcome back to the Kennedy Center Honors. As a final tribute, performing Garth's hit, We Shall Be Free, here's the Empress of Soul, Gladys Knight. Oh my goodness!
Yeah, I started in the country. This ain't coming from no prophet. Just an ordinary man. When I close my eyes, I see the way this world shall be when we all walk hand in hand. Yeah. Come on. When the last child cries from a crust of bread, when the last man dies for those words that he said, when there's shelter over the poorest head, then we shall be free. The last thing we notice is the color of skin, and the rest thing we look for is the beauty within. When the skies and the oceans all clean again, then we shall be free. We shall be free. We shall be free. Oh, we shall be free. We shall be free. Stand straight. Walk proud. Oh yes, we shall be free. Oh, when we're free to love anyone we choose. When the world is enough for all different views. When we all worship from our own kind of view, then we shall be free. Come on, y'all. We shall be free. We shall be free. Oh, we shall be free. We shall be free. Come on. Have a little faith. Hold on. Cause we shall be free. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We shall be free. We shall be free. Oh, we shall be free. We shall be free. I like this part. Stand straight. Walk proud. Have a little faith. Hold up. We shall be free. Come on, do it with me. Here we go. We shall be free. Have a little faith. Walk proud. Cause we shall be free. I like that song.
It's been a wonderful celebration for this year's honorees. We look forward to the time when we can once again gather together inside the Opera House. We'll see you then.
Reconnect with the arts. Reconnect with travel. Delta is proud to be the official airline of the Kennedy Center Honors. Delta, keep climbing.